Yeah, what up, man? Based boxing basement in the house, Triple B. Keeping it real for the fans. Hit like, please. It's free. Well, you can donate. Show some love. Be cool, man. Anyway, yo. So this weekend, obviously I've done videos on it. Dillian White. He's Moses Hitama. The prospect is tested for the first time. But something very funny happened. So they were introducing, in order to, press conference or something, yeah? They were introducing the fighters and all of them. It's actually pretty whack undercard. Apart from Ergovic, Adelaide, and Ergovic, Adelaide looks in great shape, but he always does. I'm sure he's on the Petit Dish, but Ergovic has really trained for this one, and he looks like such a Chad, a Geiger Chad, strutting around in his claws with his huge square jaw. Like I said, if he was a caveman, he takes all the females, man. He throws a couple of scrubs and downies and disabled females in the tribe, to the lower guys. And he's got a pal on the side. You always got to have a second in command who does your dirty work. Yeah. So Philip would send him around. Go and grab me that female. And he would toss him the occasional bone, the occasional female that maybe Ergovic had worn out and battered so much he was sick of it. He goes, here you go. You take Mbanga or whatever the names, K-man names are. You can have Mbanga. I'd finish with her. If you can get any life out of her pump, good luck, because I smashed it. Because I'm the Geiger Chad. Anyway, we're talking about... But the funniest thing was this, right? Look at this. Thomas Treiber introduces Dillian White. And this is what he says.
The most prominent and charismatic heavyweights of the past decade and the former WBC interim world champion, Dillian, the baby snatcher White.
Dillian White about to make his walk. It's a walk he's done so many times before. Former world title challenger wants to get back into that position. I spoke to him yesterday.
So, Dillian, the baby snatcher, White. Come on, man. There's only two explanations for this, by the way, right? An utter incompetence, in which case this guy shouldn't have a job, White's been in the game for years. He used to be called Dillian the Villain White, which I liked, but he changed it to the Body Snatcher, which is a bit cringe, frankly, because that was Mike McCallum's unique name, He could have called himself something different. I don't know if you want to talk. And does he go to the body that much? Or does he mean body snatcher, as in he puts people in graves? I don't know. But now he will always be known as Dillian, the baby snatcher White. So he goes around stealing kids. I'm not sure. When you see White's face when he comes out, I don't think he realizes yet, but he certainly isn't happy later. Let me tell you that for nothing. Yeah, he's certainly not happy later when he gets interviewed. Yeah. And it's not surprising. It's not surprising. Anyway, let's see what Dillian's got to say.
Can't hear for a second. It's a pleasure to be joined by the baby snatcher Dillian White. That was a little bit confusing, Dillian.
They're moving mad. Who announced that? Was it fucking Thomas Schreiber?
Yeah.
Where is he?
I think he came to speak to you.
Where is he?
I think he's gone over to the left somewhere.
Where is that guy, Thomas Schreiber? He's taking the piss. I'll call him the baby. Anyway, he's taking the piss. Yeah. But it's fight week. These guys are fucking me. They're playing game. It's the Queensbury show. They're going to fuck with me, so ain't nothing new.
Dillian is not happy, man. He's not an happy man. He said, who said that? That Thomas Tribe. Where is he? Yeah, he's probably running and hiding under a desk. Yeah. Because, you know what, I've always liked Dillian White, yeah. Because, he's his own man. And that's probably why they failed him on so many tests, because he doesn't, slurp and kiss their batties, right? Because like I said a million times, PD testing in boxing is a joke. If you're a big fighter, Gage A, even besides juiced up to the gills, will never fail a test. Yeah. Anyway, so Dillian's not happy, man. He's looking around for this Thomas Treiber. Now, what really bugs me, there's Thomas Treiber, by the way. Yeah. Oh, it was a slip of the tongue. Yeah, I bet it was, man. I bet it was. You're probably one of Epstein's pals. Yeah, you definitely worshipped at the same temple, didn't you? So, you know, maybe he had children on his mind. Maybe so. As I said, there's either incompetence, utter incompetence, where he said it, he actually thought his name, he actually misread it, and he thought it said baby snatcher instead of body snatcher. I mean, surely you'd be like, think for a minute, hang on, that can't be his name. Like, it's like going, yeah, Dillian the nonce White. No one would call themselves Dillian the child predator White. Dillian the PDF White. You wouldn't, would you? You should check your notes, right, before you do anything. You remember that English guy? I really liked him. That's another thing. Why they always got these MCs, Americans? David Greenblatt, Big Mo, Thomas Triber. Why are they all Americans? And mostly, you know, from a certain team, right? Not Big Mo, but the other two. Why? What? Surely there's British guys that could do it. Well, of course they are. It's hardly a hard job, is it? And we welcome, what is it? We welcome the former heavyweight champion of the world, the baby snatcher, Dillian White. It's not difficult, is it? Yeah, especially not, how can you mess it up and call him the baby snatch? I mean, why don't they get English guys to do it on English shows? There was John McDonnell I like. Well, he got things wrong. He couldn't remember Paul Smith's name. Can you imagine not being able to remember the name Smith? He went, welcome to Paul. Rah! It was very funny. Very funny. But, yeah. So, he's either utter incompetence, didn't prepare, or he's done it deliberately. And that might be because he's a nonce triber and he has kids on the mind, or because he's trying to wind up White. But as if it's going to make any difference to White. Well, anything will do is annoy him, which it did. He was like, where is he? Yeah, oh yeah. And White don't like nonsense. He's already confronted Bacoli. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny. It's not quite in the league of Adam Smith's classic. And the bomber tattoo on Belly's back is, of course, a reference to his potent punching power and not in any way insensitive to the tragedy that unfolded in the Ariana Grande concert Manchester will never forget. And he would have prepared that. I mean, he probably had a huge smile on his face going, I did a great job then. What a scumbag. What a complete... I mean, he should be sacked for that. But he's another one from the same tribe as Triber. Adam Smith Triber. Yeah, so they don't get sacked, do they? David Greenblatt. Yeah. So, Bob Arum. So, so what we're going to get is we're going to get the baby snatcher of his, what's he going to call Moses Atama? I don't even know. What is Moses Atama's nickname? So, according to this article, it's actually Bet365. I just Googled it, obviously. By the way, I use for real stuff. I do use a bunch of other, search engine, DuckDuckGo, Brave, and stuff. Although they were all gonna get bought out by these big companies. Like I said, they either threaten you and destroy your business, or they buy your business if they don't like you, or if if you're causing them problems if you don't follow the agenda. Anyway, allegedly, according to Bet365, it's Moses the Wrecking Ball Itama. Really? Is that true? I thought Nick the Wrecking Ball. Obviously, Nick the Wrecking Ball. That makes sense because surname's Ball. But I've never heard Itama be called the Wrecking Ball. Does anyone know? Put it in the comments. If anybody knows what Itama's nickname is, I mean, he should be called Moses Benjamin Button Itama or something like that. Because this is like a 20-year-old who looks 55. It's very weird. But anyway, yep, looking forward to the fight, which I'll be watching. Just not in pay-per-view. Anyway, yeah. Poor old Dillian, the baby snatcher. I'll do another video on who he's upset. But I got to go out and take care of some businesses.